What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to the new Chimera weapon Mk2 level 12 maxed on the live server here after the 4.0 update, because I know you guys want to see the setup in action, the most annoying thing ever, or one of the most annoying things, right? Because the Hydra and Spirals are something that you really don't want to be hit by in this game, because you cannot hit them back, right, when they fire around obstacles, and that's what we do here very effectively with this big weapon right here. Trying to kill this guy, trying to kill this guy. But you know what? Let's jump into the beginning of the video and show you something that you should never do. You see this Spectre right there on the enemy team? He opened up with a stealth jump right away, just to be a little bit faster than the other people, and that is a really bad idea, because now I know this Spectre has no further stealth jump to use in order to avoid my rockets. So I'm just gonna target him right there, and I think this Carnage Zeus had the same idea, and after only 5 seconds or so, he's down to 2% health. Alright, so try never to use your stealth jump just to get faster somewhere. Always use a stealth jump to, to evade damage, to avoid rocket damage or whatever, okay? To not be hit, to make an attack run without taking any damage back, but never use it just to transport yourself faster from point A to point B, okay? Just a little tip right here, guys. We also did a lot of damage to this Griffin right there with the next salvo, and I think now we can actually take him out entirely, sending the the Chimera rockets here around the obstacles. And then we noticed that over there was also a Spectre shock train that jumped before, hit our Carnage in front of us. So I knew that guy also had no stealth jump right now. It's always about trying to find the right targets. That's what it is about. If you play Hydra or Spiral or Chimera or whatever, you need to find the right targets to hit. You shouldn't be attacking a Lancelot if you have the option to go for a Kumiho, for example, okay? A Kumiho is a very fast bot, but your Chimera rockets don't care about that. They will hit him completely, and he's got no means of, shielding himself with a physical shield unless he carries an ECU shield, which no Kumiho really does, right? So, yeah, that's something you're constantly going to do. If you run this setup, you're constantly looking for certain targets. But the problem is, as soon as you start annoying the enemy team with your Spirals, Chimera, your Hydra, whatever, you will come very quickly to the point where the only enemies you see now are shielded opponents. Because what they don't want to have is you hitting them the whole time and they're like from above or from around the building, and they have no energy shield to absorb your damage. But so they will all start spawning in Haichis, and a few seconds later you will not find any targets that have no energy shield anymore. That's really crazy. But even against energy shields, the Chimera rocket maxed out does around 4,000 damage or so. Almost, or is it 4,000, something along this, and you fire 3 of those with every shot of each launcher. So that means we fire 9 rockets, 9 times 4,000 damage, 3 times in a row. So that's a lot of damage altogether, you see, and with this you can really eliminate even energy shields very effectively, and then start dealing damage to the guy below, like to the health points below. So of course, while you would favor any target that has no energy shield first, you can still do something even against the targets that have that, okay? Because you do have enough firepower to do so. I still believe that the Chimera itself isn't really isn't exactly an overpowered weapon, because you can catch the Fury. The Fury isn't fast, the Fury can't dodge or dash around, the Fury has no physical shield that absorbs 300,000 damage or anything like the Bolgazari does. It's just, it has a good amount of firepower, right? And it can fire across the cover, but you can eventually just take him out and catch him if you want, and really devote your bot to that. So that's why I think it's a setup that is very annoying and quite strong sometimes, but not exactly something that will ruin the balancing of the game, I think. I don't think it's powerful enough to do that. We have before been attacked, by the way, by an Orkan Haichi, and we have absorbed a huge amount of damage with our hit points here, and we were still able to keep on going because the HP of the Fury maxed out is almost 230,000. So that's also a lot of HP. You can even take a few direct hits without suffering like critical damage already. Over there on the other side on Springfield here is a Fury with Dragoons. A very deadly thing with the same range, doing much more damage than I do, but I don't need line of sight to hit him. He needs line of sight with me in order to hit me. And what I'm doing right there is also attacking another Fury with Dragoons, but he's underneath the bridge. You see that right here? next moment, you can probably see him sitting there. Yep, underneath the bridge with his 3 dragoons, so I cannot hit him anymore. But you see this the Spectre shock train coming up, shooting his shot into the wall, and all I do now is already have somebody locked on in range, so I can switch to this Spectre shock train as soon as he comes out of stealth to ruin his day. And I guess that's what this setup is all about, ruining other people's days with a very annoying rocket salvo that comes out of every corner and just keeps hitting you no matter where you go. So another Spectre shock train coming up. I'm hiding here behind the building so that even if he hits that griffin in front of me, hopefully the chain reaction doesn't get through the building in front of me, waiting for his stealth to drop, and then I'm sending my rockets around the corner here to try to take him out. Although the third salvo goes into the wall mostly, I think. Because he went behind this big tower. Now, once again here, if you fire at a Bulgazari with Hydras or Spirals, make sure to send your rockets left-wise, because that will bypass his physical shield. If you send them right-wise, what will happen is they will come in directly into his physical shield, and you won't deal any damage. So if you have a choice to shoot as a Bulgazari, and oh man, there are so many Bulgazaris around, then make sure to send them in the same angle that I'm doing it right here, having him slightly aimed at in the aiming, angle, and then just sending them sideways, so they come in from the weak spot angle where he isn't protected by any physical shielding, right? And now we are here on Dreadnought here, and I'm sending all the rockets just from the ups. That's a Kamiho down there taking a lot of damage from the spirals, and no matter where he dashes, those rockets never miss. The only way to make these rockets miss is by either having some kind of physical or energy shield in between, or by getting behind cover where they don't get you somehow, okay? So he's going to 4-hour beacon, and I recognize that, and I really wanted to prevent that from happening, and I thankfully was able to take him out before he reached the beacon. So also from above here, I can try to target quite a lot of enemies, but all these shots I'm taking above these guys, oh, you know what? I'm getting hit by him, so maybe I can hit him back. Yup. Whatever hits me with Hydras and Spirals, I can shoot back, and I do. So he's taken some counter damage from my homing rockets as well. And he keeps shooting me, so I guess I will probably be also focusing him further. His Hydras are probably going to come back, and he jumped up somewhere, and he's getting hit all the way by all those Chimeras right here, directly. Boom! There he goes. So we kind of battled each other with these homing missiles, but once again, the HP of the Fury is quite good, so you can actually take a really good amount of hits and still kick back, right? You don't lose your bot very quickly or lose a weapon or anything like that. So see, that's down there, I think, is an Haichi, and you see how much damage he's suffering through the energy shield. And even when the shield goes down, I can immediately start hitting his armor below, because many hits are coming in. Unlike Vortex or Aphid that does one hit and takes down the shield and no further damage, you can here, in this case, just keep firing, because every single rocket counts individually, and you will be able to deal damage right to the armor afterwards. Boom! There he goes. Right before he went into cover, the last rockets came in. So if you're not getting annoyed by snipers or something here being on the roof, you can really do a lot here from this point. But you see now there's a Hydra Fujin. And this is pretty much the hard counter, because he's got a very powerful energy shield that regenerates very much, and I can only shoot, so much. But I thankfully have this little cover to sit behind to absorb his Hydras coming in. Clearly, he was killed by me and wanted to take revenge, and thankfully I have this little cover to find, and I can have a little battle with him right here. See how we have already gotten his shield down to 20%? He's regenerating some of it, but for some reason he wants to keep moving. Maybe he's being attacked by somebody else. And so eventually he will get into a position where his shield is no longer going to hold up against the damage coming in, which is probably going to be now. The shield is done, the next hits will hit him directly, and his Fujin doesn't have a lot of armor. So you see, if you have a little bit cover to work against, you can even take down the answer shield on the Fury. Now that is really a lot of firepower coming in. He's being attacked by something right there, Tarans or something, and I don't think I'll be able to kill him anymore. But I can take this target instead. I think I should have fired on him immediately, but yeah, the guy with the Tarans down there solved the problem. So I'm not sure what you think about this setup, guys. I want to really hear what you think about it. You must really make a comment if you can, and say if you find it a good idea that also, you know, the Fury can now fire some spirals and stuff, heavy spirals, or if you find this a terrible idea. I mean, try to be try to be neutral with your perspective, and just try to see whether or not this is an interesting addition into the game. Because right now, I think the Fury is a really well-balanced bot. It's not overpowered in any way, and this setup here just offers a new variety of different possibilities you can use. It's certainly annoying to the enemy, but I think Dragoons ×3 on the Fury, I think they make a bigger difference or impact on the battlefield, right? Because they are more powerful, more damage output, and bypass energy shields. The impact and the mark you can do on the battlefield, I think, is bigger with the Dragoons. So it's even more dominant. This here is just for having fun and to suppress some of the enemies. Maybe catching some shock train specters that just jumped before and just taking them out from around the cover, right? So some of those things. You see, now we're back in the situation I showed you in the beginning. We're firing at this Bolghazari, and once again I sent my rockets to the left side, so they come in from the angle where his physical shield will not protect him. And we see an RDB Griffin jumping up, somebody I clearly have probably annoyed over the course of this match. He wants to take revenge, and he wants to jump up. I'm taking out this this Bolghazari there, and I was hoping that my next salvo would already take out the Griffin, because he was also at low health. But sadly, he was in cover. That would have been good. Boom, kill one, boom, kill twice. Yup, I would have liked to do that. Oh man, two guys, two reds are fighting one blue dude. Can we do some damage here? Yes, we can. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Here he comes. Yep. What is it that I'm hitting there? Oh, it's a Leo. Okay, well, the Leo can't really hide himself very well from these damage from the rockets, unless he's got an ECU shield or something. But how many of you Leos are running this, right? Nobody does. All right. There is another target. I think I can hit him slightly. A little bit. Only a little bit, though. So, and now I'm running into the problem that, as before I said, that they either start spawning in Haichis, or they will never move anywhere out where they can get hit by the Chimera. So in this case, they're all just sitting and hiding inside the ship wreckage here, and making sure that all my rockets that I'm trying to send into them are going to go into the deck of the Dreadnought laying here. And I'm like, come on, man, get out of there. Let me hit you guys. And they will not. They will not do that. I think over the next few seconds, there's very little chance for me to do some damage. I'm trying left and right and backwards and everywhere, but other than this guy trying to really try to get me here, in his last breath, that's what he wants to do, get this Fury Chimera out of the game, but his jump with the Mercury, I think, wasn't high enough to actually get me here completely. He was only able to do a bit of damage here with his Thunder. And now he's down there protected, but we have all the beacons right now. He's getting destroyed, and that, I think, is the end of this match. I'm able to do a little bit of damage here, I think, to the enemy. Am I? No? Let's see if no, I was only able to send one more rocket. But let's see how much damage we have done, because in this match we have only used the Chimera, and we have done 800,000 damage. You know, you're not going to end up being first in the damage statistics with this weapon. That's not what this is about. But you can pin enemies, and you can take some of those specifically pick them out of the match. Those that are most dangerous. Maybe that's the purpose of this setup. In any case, I wanted to show this to you guys, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe, as brutal as a man can hit for more. Thanks for bearing with me. You guys are awesome as always. Manni-Gaming signing off. Bye-bye.